All right, so you want to talk about Carl Crawford, and I think for the first time ever, I can actually say this guy is legend. Don't wait for it, legendary. Carl Crawford. When you think of that name, you definitely are thinking speed kills. Dude is a stolen base legend, amassing over almost 500 stolen bases. Now, Carl Crawford, he wasn't just that. He won Gold Glove. He was a four-time All-Star. He was a Silver Slugger. He finished with, according to Baseball Reference, 39.1 WAR. I mean, this dude, he had some counting stats. He was a good player. He finished with almost 2,000 hits. I mean, he was a very good player, a Rays legend. Now, he did hit a brick wall very, very quickly. 2014, he hit 300, and then the next year, he was definitely a little hurt. And in 2016, I mean, he hit under 200. He's out of the league, and it came very quick. He was only 34. Now, that's normal. A lot of guys hit that brick wall at some point, and that mid-30s is typically a good point. Not a good point, but a typical point where that happens. And he did come up when he was 20. So we're going to dive into Carl Crawford now. Now, Carl Crawford spent the first 8 years of his major league career with the Devil Rays, Rays, whatever you want to call them, from '02 to 2010. He came up, got his first hit in his first game, and in 2002, he ended up playing in 63 games total, hit 259, 9 stolen bases. Not what you typically expect when you think of Carl Crawford. In '03, it was his breakout year. He hit 280, led the league with 55 steals. Crazy. Second year in the league, 55 steals. He is now known for his speed. '04, Crawford stole 59 bases, upping his previous total, leading the league, and he ended up posting the second highest total in the majors. He ended up hitting 296 with 11 home runs. So this guy is basically Juan Pierre with the contact in the steals, but actually has power. And he hit 19 triples. 19 triples. 19 triples. In 2004, he hit 19 triples. That is absolutely bonkers. He got selected to the All-Star game that year, and it was at his hometown in Houston. It is crazy. He was named Team MVP that year, too. Bring on '05. Guess what? He's even better in terms of batting average. He hit 301. He hit 301 in 2005, becoming just the third ever 300 hitter in Devil Rays history, joining Aubrey Huff and Fred McGriff. He posted his career high in hits with 194. He hit 15 home runs, 81 RBIs, 15 more triples, and then he added another 46 steals. I mean, this is just nuts how he's just better and better every year. Now, in 2006, we started to get some accolades here that are flirting with Hall of Fame territory. On July 5th of '06, he became only the 8th player in history to get 200 stolen bases before his 25th birthday. And then again with this year, he posted more career highs in batting average, hitting 305, and 18 home runs. So he's getting stronger. He's getting better contact. It is crazy. He became, he joined Hall of Famer Rogers Hornsby as the only player in Major League history to increase their batting average and home run totals every year for 5 straight years. And he won a Fielding Bible Award while playing left field. Crazy he wasn't a center fielder. Now, from '07 to 2010, we're going to dive into this section. He was named an All-Star for the second time in '07, and he hit a home run in that All-Star game off of Francisco Cordero. Crazy. In the second half of '07, Crawford did not hit a home run for 42 straight days. And then he came into a game and he pinch hit in this game and hit a walk-off home run. So, ended his drought. And then that kicked off a span where he hit 4 home runs in 10 games, bringing his power back. In 2008, in the beginning of the season, he collected his 1,000th hit, making him the 8th player to hit 1,000, hit 1,000 hits, and steal 250 bases before turning the age of 27. This dude is just racking in the accolades very, very quickly. And then, in the ALCS 2008, against the Red Sox, Crawford tied an ALCS record with 5 hits in 1 game and adding 2 stolen bases. After the season, he won another Fielding Bible Award. And in 2008, after that season, in the offseason, he had to fix a tendon in his middle finger on his right hand. So, will this affect '09? We're going to find out. In 2009, this is the main highlight that comes up when Carl Crawford is searched. May 3rd, 2009, 3 days before my birthday, Carl Crawford tied a modern era record by stealing 6 bases in 1 game against the Red Sox. The team ended up stealing 8 bases. In July of that year, Crawford represented the Rays in the All-Star game where he was named the MVP of that game, mainly because he made a leaping catch at the top of the 8-foot outfield wall to prevent a home run by legendary Rockies outfielder Brad Hawpe. In '09, he ended up having the best range factor of all starting left fielders, and he won his 2nd consecutive Fielding Bible Award. Jumping into 2010. 2010 is his career year, according to Baseball Reference. He had a monstrous year. In 2010, he put up 7 WAR. Now you're flirting with MVP territory. 7 WAR in 2010. And it's crazy. He had 184 hits. He hit 307. He had 19 home runs, 13 triples, and 47 stolen bases. All of that, he came all the way down in 7th in MVP voting. In a year where Jose Bautista does not explode on the world, he probably wins MVP, it would be my guess. That dude went off. Or if WAR had been given more traction, I guess, back then, more attention. He had a career year. On July 31st of 2010, he got his 400th career stolen base. He was only the 7th player ever in history to get there before turning 29. In August of that year, he hit the 100th triple of his career. And he ended up finishing 2010 with career highs, like I said, in home runs with 19 and 90 RBIs. This dude is just crazy. He won a Gold Glove that year, and he was the MVP of the Rays that year. This is a team that was consistently going to the playoffs, championship series, World Series. I mean, this is the prime Rays era with Evan Longoria and all them. It's nuts. Now, he became a free agent. And what are the Rays notorious for? Not paying the big bucks. So, on December 8th, 2010, Carl Crawford signs a 7-year, $142 million contract with the Boston Red Sox. He sucked to start 2011, hitting only 137, stole only 2 bases in his first 12 games. It was not a good beginning. On May 3rd of that year, he got his 1,500th career hit. And overall for 2011, I mean, it was not good. I mean, he finished with 0.3 WAR on the year. For his stats, he batted .255. On base was only .289, so he's not walking. He had a great fielding percentage. That's probably what's holding his WAR up, is that he was a great fielder. Now, I think most people remember the end of 2011. Storybook ending, you got the Rays and the Braves and all these other people fighting for playoffs. Now, on the last day of the regular season in 2011, he had an unsuccessful attempt to catch a ball off the bat of Robert Andino that was ruled a trap on the ground, which, I mean, it wasn't a catch, yes. This allowed the Orioles to walk off the game, and it completed the Red Sox historic 9-game September collapse that denied them the postseason. Not good, not good. He began 2012 on the 60-day disabled list, and he did not come up until July 16th. On August 23rd of 2012, Carl Crawford had to get Tommy John surgery. For 2012, he only hit .282, only had 117 total at-bats, and this is, I can't remember everybody. Oh, there it is right there. We're going to dive into some of this a little bit. On August 25th of 2012, Carl Crawford was traded to the Los Angeles Dodgers. This is arguably one of the more famous trades, I would say, in history. Just multiple salary dumps everywhere. So, the Red Sox, they sent Carl Crawford, Josh Beckett, Adrian Gonzalez, Nick Punto, and $11 million in a cash briefcase, money in the bank. And in return, they got James Loney, Ivan De Jesus Jr., and Alan Webster, and Jerry Sands, and Ruby De La Rosa. Now, he had some words to say about the Red Sox. He claimed that the Red Sox organization in the city was toxic and that he was in a constant depression while playing there. To be fair, you're going from that warm weather up to that cold weather, man. You got to get used to that. Crawford started off great in 2013. He hit .308 with 4 home runs in April, and then he ended up missing a whole month with a hamstring injury. He ended up playing a total of 116 games in 2013, hitting .283 with 6 home runs, 31 RBIs, and only 15 stolen bases. So what is going on here? In the 2013 NLDS, Crawford gets that power back. He hit 3 home runs, including 2 in Game 4 of the NLDS. He gave the Dodgers a huge boost, and they moved on to the NLCS. Now, 2014, this is where it kind of sucks. This is where we get into the bad. This is where it gets sad. Crawford had a slow start to 2014, only hitting .190 in April. However, he bounced back very strong, hitting .333 in May, ended up spraining his ankle, placed on the disabled list, came back in July, and he ended up hitting .300 in 105 games with 8 home runs, 46 RBIs, and 23 stolen bases. A huge turnaround, his best season since leaving the Rays. And how do we capitalize on that? In 2015, Carl Crawford tears his oblique muscle in late April. He did not come back until late July. He only appeared in 69 games, hitting .265, which isn't bad, but he had negative WAR for the first time in his career, negative .02. We're not looking good here, folks. 2016 comes around. He's going to rebound, right? He isn't that old. He's only 34. He can come back a little bit. He spent the first 2 months of 2016 as a backup outfielder. This dude is being paid hundreds of millions, and he's a backup on the Dodgers. In 30 games, he only hit .185 with a .230 on-base percentage and only 81 at-bats. On June 5th, Carl Crawford was designated for assignment with $35 million still remaining on his contract. June 13th of that year, he was released, and then in an interview later on in the next year, he said he declined offers to try out other major league teams, and when the Dodgers released him, he was planning to retire when his final contract expired. So he kind of took the money and retired. Overall in his career, he appeared in 1,716 games over 15 years, posted 290 batting average, 998 runs, 309 doubles, 123 triples, 136 career home runs, 766 RBIs, 480 stolen bases, a 377 walks, a 330 on-base percentage, and he finished his career with a 989 fielding percentage. Very solid. Very, very good. Looking at some accolades, he only won 1 Gold Glove. He was a 4-time All-Star, won a Silver Slugger in 2010, 3-time Fielding Bible Award leader, led the league in stolen bases 1, 2, 3, 4 years, led the league in triples 1, 2, 3, 4 years, All-Star Game MVP, tied the record for stolen bases in a game, International League Rookie of the Year, Ray's single-season runs record of 110, Ray's single-season triples record of 19, Ray's single-season stolen base record of 60, and he is the Rays' all-time leader in at-bats, plate appearances, RBIs, runs scored, hits, doubles, triples, strikeouts, stolen bases, and singles. He is the Rays' face of the franchise. He was included on the National Baseball Hall of Fame class of 2000 ballot. He did not receive any votes. He has received some accolades from the Rays since then. And he's also had some other stuff happen. If you did not notice, his cousin is J.P. Crawford. He plays in baseball still, I believe, for the Mariners or somewhere. He's bounced around a little bit. In May of 2020, Carl Crawford was arrested and charged with assaulting an ex-girlfriend in the presence of their 1-year-old daughter. And here's where it gets worse. In May of that same year, a 5-year-old boy and a 25-year-old woman drowned in a swimming pool during a party at his house. And he had a lawsuit filed against him. And he has some other stuff going on. But yeah, that's Carl Crawford. I mean, the dude's a legend. And I hope this was informative for you because, God, I love doing these. They are fun. Stay tuned for the next one. I don't know who it's going to be yet. We'll find out.